program. This is Women's Month, Women's History Month, and throughout this month we are featuring prominent women in various fields of life, various walks of life here on the right side. And here in the second hour we are so proud to have in studio with us Miss Ramona Hazel from Pinnacle Solutions. That's Pinnacle Solutions, Pinnacle, if you don't know how to spell it. Pinnacle Staff Solutions, staffing and, business solutions. Pinnacle Staffing and Business Solutions. Ramona, welcome to the right side and welcome to No Static Radio. We are so glad to have you in the studio with us today.
Hello, thank you. Thank you so much, Jeff.
So, as I deal with our guests in the first hour, tell our listening audiences out there just dying to know, who is Ramona Hazel? Tell our audience just exactly who Ramona Hazel is.
Well, Ramona Hazel, I am a mom entrepreneur. 4 busy, wonderful girls, toddler through teens. I love them. They are the basis and one of the reasons why I started on this entrepreneurial journey. To kind of piggyback on the first guest, I too have a daughter with special needs, and so it really put a fire under me to make sure that I was providing a good life for her. And I have 25 years customer service experience. I say that because customer service is in every field, from your cashier to your HR director. So pretty much what I've done, I've just created a business model that allows me to keep my cup full so that I can pour into my kids by working for myself. There's a lot of other things that I can go into, but you stick with just being a mom and entrepreneur and, just changing my mindset and try to provide a better life for them and for myself.
That's great. That's great. So what inspired you to get started with Pinnacle?
So Pinnacle Staffing and Business Solutions is a restructured business that I had started in 2020. As everyone knows, COVID hit and everyone was at home. At the time, because I'm still during the day administrator, we had to learn how to do work from home. And it was a challenge because I had my children there. At that time, I had 3 children. But it was something that we had to do, so we crushed it. And it became more evident to me that this type of lifestyle was something that I needed. I needed a more balanced lifestyle between work and to play, to make sure that I could be there for my children and still take care of everything that I needed to take care of for them and still provide and still live a life that I like. So once that all happened, I started my consulting agency then, but it was kind of all over the place. I did credits, I did meal service, and then I kind of put it on the back burner. Things happen in life, and I kind of just got to the point where I really wanted to just invest in myself more. Instead of going to look for another job, I said, you know what? There's things that I know that I'm good at, and I know one thing from my background. My brother, he's the owner-operator for a trucking company for over 20 years. So entrepreneurship has always been something that's been in the forefront.
Seems like it runs in your family.
It does. My mom, she's always talked about different businesses that she wanted to start, and just looking in her eyes and how passionate she was about it, it kind of made me inspired. I didn't go to school for that, but once I started to realize that I needed to create my own opportunities, I was like, you know what, let me just take what I know how to do plus what I can do, and kind of combine that and figure out how to help other people who need to work from home, how they can do that and how they can balance their lifestyle, not just from getting a job, but changing their lifestyle, changing their mindset, saving money, and going from earned income to more passive income, where I feel like financial freedom and time where that lies. So that's where I'm kind of going, just to make sure that other people know that there's other opportunities out there if you need to be more flexible in your life.
So I'm just curious, when you were saying that back 3 years ago during the pandemic and you were working from home and all your children were home with you at that time, how difficult of a challenge, or maybe it wasn't that difficult of a challenge, but how challenging was that for you?
It was very challenging. I think just because it was change, and change is always challenging, but in the midst of change, you really start to see how strong you are, just different things that you didn't know that you were capable of doing, that you're able to do. But we crushed it. We made up a plan. It was difficult more so with my special needs daughter because they wanted to have things be via Zoom, and that was just difficult for her because she needs therapy. She needs that one-on-one. But I have a very good support system. My mom, my grandmother, they always make sure that they pour into her to give her the love that she needs to help out when I need. But just for long term, what do I do just in case that doesn't help or that help isn't there? What do I do to make sure that I'm providing for the kids and making sure that they, have the best life possible?
Okay. You're listening to The Right Side on No Static Radio. We don't bring the static, but we sure not bring the noise. We have in studio with us Ramona Hazel from Pinnacle Solutions. Ramona, your business, your organization, you deal with businesses all across the country. Is that correct?
Yep, they're Fortune 500
Fortune
companies.
500 companies. Mm-hmm. Oh, great. So how do you establish the relationship with these various businesses, especially these Fortune 500 businesses? How do you establish a relationship with them for them to come in and do business with you?
Well, for this, it's a particular contract that I have with this virtual service platform. They pretty much provide all of the technology, the training, the certifications that you need. I'm kind of like the person that kind of ushers you into this opportunity because to me, it's more of a business opportunity. You're working for yourself. You're setting your own hours. You're pretty much your own boss. So for me, I'm the middle person that's getting you to these opportunities to be able to set your own stuff up pretty much for whatever you want to do. In addition to that, if you want to find full-time work, I can help you with that too. I can help you get certifications if you want to do something more customer service and be certified, then I can help you with that. But the contract that I required with this virtual service platform allows for people to really get in front of companies that they maybe never would have had the opportunity to and do customer service for them.
Now, do you meet with the HR people from these companies to fill out what they're looking for personnel, or is this just something that you do all through social media and things of that nature?
Well, as an entrepreneur and people that know that when you're starting off, you wear so many hats. Mm-hmm. So right now, I am the HR director, the social media director, all of that, which is fun, but it can get a little taxing.
I can imagine.
But it's something I'm passionate about, and I feel like these opportunities are available for people that, at least if they have a customer service background, some type of computer, that they should be able to do it.
So what in your previous employment, if anything, prepared you for what you're doing now? Were you able to take any skills from things that you had done previously and now be able to employ them in what you're doing right now?
For sure. So that's what I meant when I said I have 25 years customer service experience. I've been working since I was 15. And I started as a hostess. And I feel like that was my initial kind of take on customer service, how to speak to people, how to relate to people, how to have conflict resolution skills, interpersonal skills. Those are different skill sets that I've acquired and I've helped develop with other people through training, and I helped develop them through this company as well. Just to show them that customer service, it doesn't matter if you're a cashier or HR director, like you have to make sure that you're able to communicate with people who are your internal customers and your external customers.
Now, is there specific training that you guys do with people who come to you? For example, if someone is experienced in a certain field, but you still you want to acclimate them to exactly what you all are trying to do. Is there specific training that they have to go through? And if so, are you one of the trainers, or is the people within the organization trained?
It's still it's client based. So whatever client that
I see. Okay.
yeah. So whatever client that you choose based on your skill sets, your assessment, how well you do with your interview, they'll provide you with all that necessary information as far as what they need for training. Because every client is different. Sometimes it'll be 3 weeks. It doesn't go longer than 4 weeks, but they will tell you how they want you to interact with their customers because they understand that customer service is the basis of their business. If the brands break down, if their customer service isn't good. So they definitely provide that for you, and it's no cost for you to do that. And once you're certified, you're good to go.
Also, the training is free for the individual.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and it's online. It's offered a couple of times throughout the day, so it's convenient. You have the opportunity that you can service more than one client. So if you want to have something from 9 to 1 and then take a break and then pick up your kids or do whatever you need to do and then come back and log in and service for a couple other hours, then that's something that you can do too.
Oh, okay. So I see. You can be one individual working for multiple companies.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Now, I was reading information about Pinnacle, and it said that you guys assist your clients with brand strategies and social media marketing. What exactly do you guys do?
Okay, so I am a person that believes in having multiple streams of income. When I started looking at starting my business back in 2020, one of, I would say, a mentor, she would say that home-based businesses are the way to go because there's so many tax benefits. You can hire your kids, which I've done. Alyssa and Elena, they helped me so much with my business. Yeah, my two older daughters, they're good with technology, so I can pay them and then have that tax benefit at the end of the year. So things like that. It was something that I was like really interested in, and I've noticed like a lot of people have side hustles, and I specialize in helping people take the side hustle and make it more legitimate, starting the business from the basis, making sure you got your LLC, making sure you structured everything correctly, make sure you have an actual business address, helping you with your website, helping you kind of figure out what you want your brand to say. How do you want to show up in the world? What is your story? How do you want to get it out there? And how do you want to, bring this passion that you have to the front and, live out your dreams? So in that access, if it's doing hair, if you want to, be a better, if you want to expand your brand and maybe get into partnerships, if you want to do anything really, just to kind of take that side hustle and legitimize it and start to make money and have more than one stream of income and maybe even retire and just do that full time, which I'm trying to do.
Yes, I can understand that most definitely. You're listening to the right side on No Static Radio. We don't bring the static, but we sure enough bring the noise. And we have in studio with us Ramona Hazel. If you have any questions for our guests, please give us a call at 216-939-5087, 216-939-5087. So Ramona, how does the process work? For example, let's say that I were to come to you and say that, this is something that I want to explore doing, and I have a background, let's just say, in travel. Well, I did travel for X amount of years. So how would that process work?
Yes. So just wanted to say that, first of all, there's many part-time remote customer service opportunities in travel, like you mentioned, retail, roadside assistance, healthcare, financial assistance, financial services rather. So first of all, just have that background, have a computer, and a willingness to learn, because there are going to be classes that you're going to have to take. Sometimes people are a little leery with that, just because we just need to make sure that you're going to be providing the best customer service for this particular client that you'll service. But then the application process is very straightforward. We just need to make sure that you have that background, that you have the technical skills, that you're able to commit to the time that you want, the hours that you pick, the clients that you service, and complete an assessment. That's pretty much it. Because the assessment is going to tell you what kind of opportunities that you're going to qualify for those particular clients. And it can be multiple ones, it can be one or two. It kind of just depends on your skills level. So if you have the customer service experience, you have the willingness to learn, you have the background technology, then you should be fine.
And is that how you garner your income, from people coming and so many people to get started up that you get a percentage of what they're doing? Is that what it is?
Okay, so that's part of the motto. We have the virtual service platform, which is the cloud-based technology that you'll sign into, that you get all your work. Then you have the service partner, which is this company, which we house the revenue, I would say. We're the payroll. We help with troubleshooting, getting you registered, any other referrals that you may need. Because I know a lot of people are kind of leery sometimes of independent contractors positions, and that's only because of the tax thing. And we've partnered with a tax professional to make sure that you're structuring your life, your business as a business. You don't necessarily need an LLC to do it, but if you structure your business and think of yourself as a boss, then you'll be able to know what you can deduct and how to kind of move from there. And then there's the independent contractor, which is the person who sets their own hours and picks the clients that they want to service. And I'm just there to kind of help you get to that opportunity and provide you with the tax information at the beginning of the year, any troubleshooting, and that's pretty much my role. There is a fee for accessing the cloud, just like most fees, and then there's a fee for the payroll, or the fee for the company. There's other fees, if you want to learn how to be your own boss, if you want to start your own business, or if you want to get customer service certifications through this partnership that we have. There's cost to that. And there's other costs that I have, digital costs, but it's not something that you need to do or have in order to get started. You just need to make sure you have a computer and you're ready to service the clients, because you're going to be under contract if you do come on with the company. Just saying that if I sign up for this, then I'm going to do it.
So you mentioned your daughters work with you or work with you. That's interesting. How do they feel about working with mom?
They love it. They're like my biggest support system. Like, they see mommy. It makes me so emotional thinking about it, because they've helped. I've done like interviews. And I'm like, okay, keep Ari over here. That's my baby. Mm-hmm. Keep her quiet. I just need to hop on this Zoom. I did an informational Zoom. I like run some things by them. They're like, oh yeah, that's good. Or I'll try to do something with TikTok because I have no idea how to use it. They're like, oh, you can try this or you can try that. So I just tap into their already experience and things that they love to do already. And it's already inspired them to kind of want to start entrepreneurship too. My oldest daughter, she really surprised me. She gave me a list of all the places we could put her vending machine, because they always getting snacks. And I was like, you know what? This is something that y'all can do. This could be your business. So she came back and she had a list of places we could put a vending machine. So now we're scouting vending locations, and that's a perfect opportunity for her to see, from the start, hard work pays off. Yeah.
Well, that's really great, because now wherever you put those vending machines, I'm pretty sure she'll get a percentage.
It's for them. It's for them. All for them. I want them to figure out what kind of inventory, go through pricing. But that's for them. That's real life application of stuff that may not be taught in school, but we go teach it at home.
Exactly. Well, sometimes that's the best place to learn is at home. You mentioned the social media aspect of it. Given the pitfalls that we see with social media today, social media can be a minefield sometimes, because some of the things that are out there, which I'm sure you're probably well aware of. So, given the pitfalls of social media, have you run into any obstacles through social media that may not have been good for your business or what it is you're doing?
No, I think I started kind of with a plan.
Mm-hmm.
What communication? What do I want to communicate? What do I want to? How do I want to show up to the world? And once I decided that, I kind of kept it in those categories. I just want to inspire. I want to show people that there's other ways to kind of make extra money if you have a side hustle. I just try to shield myself from that. And one of my biggest social media platforms, which is Facebook, I receive so much positive love and support. There's things that happen outside of that. But for the most part, it's always been pretty positive. I think I try to structure the Facebook feed that way. If there's any negativity, I just, don't have it because I really decided when I wanted to invest myself that I needed to change my mindset and believe in yourself and watch what I say, watch what I see, watch what I, allow around me to not negatively affect me. So it hasn't. I'm quite sure as this business grows, just as life, it will. But I think if I always come back to who I am and what I'm here for, that I think that I'll be able to navigate it.
And Ramona, that's wise too, because you're going to have detractors, or I guess the colloquial term for my haters. You're going to have those people out there, and you just really just can't sweat what they're saying. Once you have your goal and your focus, as you are well aware and you've already articulated, then they can't stop you.
Yeah.
You can only stop yourself. That happens so much. And I'm so glad that you got your daughters, especially at a young age in the teen years, because of all the things and pressures they feel. Oh, you can't do this and you can't do that and what have you. And they're seeing at a very young age that yes, they can achieve something if they do put their mind to it and work for it. They can achieve it.
Absolutely. They're like, Mommy, I'm so proud of you. And that to me means everything, that they can see that, my older, she's like, I don't know how you do it, Mom. There's so many kids.
And great, they see it in you too, which makes you a role model. But then, as you just stated a few minutes ago, with them starting their own thing with the vending machines, what have you, now they can start to see it within themselves as well too. Yeah. That's just fantastic there. So being black and female in what you're doing, advantage, disadvantage, or nothing at all? How would you answer? Is it advantage, disadvantage? Are there any obstacles you've come up against?
Yeah, I think there definitely can be a lot of disadvantages just because I'm African American. There's been disadvantages in corporate world or government, should I say. But I think for me, I just continue to work hard, stay positive, and just wait for the right opportunities. Just stay ready. Just wait for the right opportunities. Because this business that I started in 2020, I'm just, now 3 years here now, in a good position. I have a couple agents. When I did open it up, as far as the application process, I got over 1,000 application responses. I was extremely overwhelmed because, like I said, it's still just me. And I've had the opportunity to kind of just find how I want things to flow. And I think that's a lot from just believing in myself. My mom has always, put that into me, instilled that into me, and just believe in myself. Regardless if I'm a woman or black or anything like that, I have to just see myself first as a child of God, as a mom. And then it's like, okay, then I'm black here too. But at the same time, I need to make sure that I'm not limiting myself in any way that I'm thinking, because if I'm a girl or if I'm this or that, I can't achieve anything. But as far as systematically, yes, there has been some issues. I'm at the point right now where I want to start building business credit, and because I didn't have that good foundation as far as credit, personal credit, I was able to raise my credit and make some good changes, but it kind of threw me off a little bit because I didn't have that background. I didn't have that financial background coming in. So yeah, that was a little disadvantage, but now that I know better, I know how to kind of move better, I know how to budget better, everything else is kind of on me. Yeah, there are disadvantages, but what I don't know, I can learn and I can apply it. I can help it benefit my life.
You're listening to the right side on No Static Radio. We don't bring the static, but we sure enough bring the noise. We have in studio with us in celebration of Women's History Month, Ramona Hazel. Ramona, you on that same track, do you find your male counterparts, do you feel as though they view you as an equal, or do they treat you as just another pretty face, so to speak? Do you feel like sometimes they're condescending, or do they treat you as an equal?
That's a really good question, because I think I'm at that place where I'm trying to break out of that stereotype, because I know people will see a picture, they'll see this, that they assume they know who you are, they assume that they know your story, but I think the only thing for me is to put myself out there, which is kind of scary, is to let people know and see who I am, and that I really have a heart for helping people if it's helping you get another job, if it's helping you change your mindset, all of that. So I've gotten both. Like for social media, if I post a cute picture, it's like, oh, it's all this. If I post something inspirational, it's like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, okay, well, she's kind of cute, but like, I like that. So I think I'm in that in-between time where it's like I'm trying to put myself out there, but it's up to whoever that's on the other side how they want to view me. But I know for one thing, I just would love for them just to respect the fact that I am trying, to make something of myself. And if I can do it with all these challenges, then they can definitely do it.
And yeah, and I got something I want to ask you about those challenges too. But just to follow up on a statement, obviously a very beautiful woman, but what you want people to recognize you for is with your professionalism and your intellect and what have you. You're not trying to be in a Miss America contest or anything like that. You're trying to establish business. So let's keep it business. So
yeah, but we're in a visual era,
True.
Social media. So
True.
it's a balance that I have to take, because if you don't show the audience or post certain things, then they, everybody's attention span is gone. So it's a balance.
Yeah, it's a fine line. You have to, I guess what you have to determine within yourself is how to tread that fine line, if you will, so that, I want to, remain business. I can come across as business, but, I also want to present myself. So that's something that I'm sure that you have to make that decision with and deal with as you continue to promote the business. But as a single mother, and you talked about, your children, especially your oldest, who said, Mom, I just don't know how you do it and see how you do it on a daily basis. As a single mother, how difficult is it for you to do what you're doing?
It's difficult.
Especially with 4 children. You said you have an infant, too.
Yeah.
How old is your baby?
She'll be a year next month.
Okay.
So, yeah. It is difficult. I think my sister-in-law, she always said if you have, I think she said 3 kids, like any kid after that is just, it's just another kid. Like you kind of get used to being in the flow of certain things. And I know that I know how to run a household, but there's days when I fall apart. There's days when I have to get 4 different places at one time and still make sure that I'm, still clocking in, at work. So that's difficult, but that gives me the drive and the hustle to continue to believe in myself, because I know that me being more remote and me having this type of lifestyle will be beneficial for me and my kids, because I wouldn't be so stressed out, trying to get to the grocery store, trying to do this, trying to do that, that I can kind of structure my life, my work around my life, and still make a good living. So all the obstacles that I face, how difficult it is, it just continues to drive me to get to where I need to go, because that's all it is. I'm uncomfortable in certain situations, so that just means I need to move. So I keep moving and just pray and keep putting God first to make sure that my mind is together, because that once that goes, everything else is, it goes by the wayside. But as long as I'm keeping God first and doing what I need to do, I feel like he's always had my back.
And you mentioned that. So do you find your inner strength then from your spiritual life, through your prayer and through your relationship with God through Christ? Is that where you find your inner strength to be able to do what you do on a daily?
For sure. I need them all day, every day, because it's tired. It's tiring. As far as me, I like to be real disciplined and orderly and planned. And a lot of things with life, and especially having children, it doesn't go as planned. And I think I'm learning to kind of get that tie, get that feel together, kind of how things should flow, and kind of letting things flow a little bit better, and knowing that at the end of the day, in the beginning and the middle of the day, that God is in control.
There, especially after the pandemic, and when things, well, I don't know if they're quite back to normal yet, but when things got starting to be more normalized than what they were during the pandemic, we saw a lot of reports on the news where businesses had jobs available, but did not have the individuals to fulfill those jobs for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Do you find that in what you're doing, there's opportunity out there, and you just don't have the people to fulfill some of the opportunity that is out there?
I think in this area, yes, because when I opened it up through Indeed, I had a lot of people that was in Texas, Georgia, a lot of the southern states. They applied. They really would like to be remote. And I had a couple people kind of northeast Ohio that applied. But yeah, I've seen the signs too, and I've seen how much they offer. So I thought, I was like, okay, well, if they're not working, then they're at home. So if they're at home, then they can work. So I wanted to really bring this business, open it up more to the community here, just to let them know that if you're going to be at home, and if you have the desire to make some extra money, that you can do it. So that's kind of been my focus, is kind of just promote more in Cleveland, Northeast Ohio, but it's been a lot of response all over the country, specifically more in the southern states, Georgia, Atlanta, Texas. They kind of want to do remote work. So I want to make sure that people in Cleveland and Northeast Ohio just have that option.
That's interesting. That's an interesting dynamic. I never would have thought that. I wonder why people in southwestern and southeastern states will have a more propensity to want to work remote than those who are in the Midwest. I don't know. Maybe, I guess, because the economy for so long in Midwestern states like Ohio and Pennsylvania and Michigan have been industrial. That's why we got dubbed the Rust Belt.
Yeah.
And you were so used to being in an office or in a factory, what have you. Maybe that has something to do with that. I don't know. That's an interesting dynamic. I never would have thought that.
That is. And I feel like now, since you said things are kind of quote unquote normal, more employers are requiring people to come back to work more days. I think a hybrid or remote work, it would be beneficial. But for people like me that have kids or people who can't just get out, it makes it more difficult to find childcare, find whatever you need to take care of what you need to do. So it just makes it more difficult around in this area to have a remote opportunity.
Now, is that all you guys do? Is just remote? Do you all do any, I guess, for lack of a better term, training for people that want to work in or deal with companies that want people that are in office?
No, not necessarily. Like I wouldn't say I would turn someone away if they want to do some type of certifications to get full time customer service experience or professional certifications. Then I can work with them. I have a partnership with them. But for me, it's more remote, remote customer service, remote opportunities. Just because I just want to be able to provide that as an option for other people who doesn't necessarily have the opportunity to go to work every day for travel or anything like that, childcare. So it's really mostly just remote.
You're listening to the right side on No Static Radio. We don't bring the static, but we sure enough bring the noise. We have in the studio with us in celebration of Women's History Month, entrepreneur Ramona Hazel. If you have any questions for her, please give us a call at 216-939-5087. 216-939-5087. If you want to know how you can get involved or if you're looking to do work and you're looking to do work remotely, I'm pretty sure she would love to hear from you here during this time. So please take advantage of this while she's here. This is she's vital and viable resource of information here. So if you're listening and you're interested in this, please give us a call. Ramona, so in this field, is on a daily. What is your? That's what I meant to ask you. What is your exact title? What is your exact title, and what are your exact responsibilities that you do?
Well, I own and operate it, so.
So you're the CEO.
Yeah, the CEO, which sounds so weird to say. But I wear all the hats. I structured it from the ground up. When I did my first kind of structuring of my LLC in 2020, I kind of just did it because I felt the need to. I feel like a lot of people were starting their own business because they were home, they were just going through whatever awakening that they had, and they kind of wanted to do something that they were more passionate about. And I was following suit to an extent. I wasn't really sure which kind of direction I was going in, but since I discovered putting my expertise plus my passion, when I restructured this, I was able to kind of make it be what I wanted it to be. So I started it getting the foundation together, and then I have to make sure I market it, get all the partnerships with the different companies, secure the contracts, secure. I have a contract with Paychecks for the pay, legal contract with that to make sure the contracts that the independent contractors are signing are beneficial for both parties. What else?
Do you negotiate like healthcare or what have you for your workers, or is that something that they negotiate independently with the company they're going to be working for?
So they don't offer that, the companies, because they're not full-time. Okay. And because they're independent contractors, you kind of have to have your own. But I have referrals for that, and referrals for mental health, because even though remote work is very beneficial, it can be very isolating. And I've noticed that definitely in 2020, and then sometimes now it can be very isolating. So once the isolation sets in, different thoughts sets in, it can lead down to a spiral somewhere you don't want to go. So I want to create a community that allows for people to know that if they need to talk to somebody, if they need to get some type of help, that they can do that. So I have referrals for that. And just different tax professional referrals, just to make sure you're setting everything up. But as far as your health insurance, they do offer different plans for independent contractors. So that's still something that you can do.
Okay, and to your point that you just said, that is so true because in the career that I had for numerous years, for the majority of those years, I worked in an office. I worked for United Airlines for 4 years, and I worked in an office, a huge office. There was over 200 people in the office there, in the reservations office. And then after I left, well, actually after United left me because they left Cleveland, I got a job in downtown Cleveland with another, where I was working in another office where there was quite a few individuals within the office. And you start to develop a camaraderie with those people to the point that, bonds start to form and what have you. And I remember in 2019, in June of 2019, 6 months prior to the pandemic, where we didn't know anything about it, anything called COVID, they closed our office. The company closed our office and sent all of us home to work. And that was a big adjustment for all of us, even to this day. Even to this day, what's this, 23, almost 4 years later, and those like myself that have retired and gone on, we still have that kind of bond with those people that we work with, and things were just never the same after that. When they sent us home, it was kind of weird and kind of strange to be sitting there and not have anybody to talk to and, to interact with and what have you. So I'm sure that has to be an adjustment for some people that are used to that setting.
Yeah, for sure. And that's exactly why I wanted to have some type of community, because at the end of the day, we are social people. We have to have that interaction with other people. If it's not for entertainment, just to get stuff off of your chest, just to have another person to interact with, is definitely needed. So that's one of my kind of things that I kind of hesitate with remote work. But if you can make sure you are, I guess, knowledgeable about yourself, kind of checking in with yourself, making sure, hey, I'm doing all right, or to have somebody that you're checking in with all the time, that's something that you should be able to conquer. But it's definitely something that it has to be taken into consideration when you are considering remote work.
Now, do you personally deal with, I guess for lack of a better term, job violations or people that aren't doing what they're supposed to do, or is that again something that the company you contracted them with, they deal with that?
It's kind of both ways. There's metrics, performance metrics that they have to have when they're servicing the clients. So I will get that information. I haven't had any issues so far because the people that my independent contractors, agents that I have, they're professionals. They've had the customer service experience. They signed a contract, and the contract is pretty much, it tells you, it lets you know, like, these are the performance matrix that you have to have. You have to, if you sign up for a particular class, you have to take the class. If you sign up for these hours, because you're picking your hours, you have to service those hours. And anything else outside of that is a violation of the contract. And, whenever you talk about contract violations, there's fees with it. So I think once you get to that place where you know that this is something that you want to do and you can make that commitment, that I haven't had any issues with anyone violating it. But those are the only things that could, kind of get somebody off track or ban them for a particular client or ban them for the company.
Right. If you sign a contract saying that I'm going to do 9 to 1, that doesn't mean 9:15 to 12:45. That means 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Yeah.
So yes. So Ramona, as we come to near the end of our hour here, how would an individual who's listening to us on radio right now, or might be watching us right now on Facebook or YouTube, how would they get in contact if they were interested in becoming a part of what you're doing?
Yes. First, I wanted to say that we are on Facebook. I just did a computer giveaway about a couple of months ago. And in the future, I'm just projecting this. I would like to partner with this company that's local here. It's called PCs for People.
Mm-hmm.
They have extremely blessed my family. Definitely during that pandemic, they provided computers for my kids so they can stay online, which was a blessing. And they can help you get a computer if you're looking for a computer. If that's one of the reasons why you're like, oh, I can't do it, contact PCs for People. They can help you get a computer. So that's one thing. The next thing is to have a good internet connection service. You have good internet connection service, wired headphones, customer service experience, willingness to learn and apply in your classes, and a commitment to service the hours. You should be good to go. But as far as texting me, you can text me on the business cell phone, 216-306-4005. I can send you out a link to apply, and we can just take it from there.
Okay, so that's 216-306-4055.
I'm sorry, 4005.
4005, okay. So there you go. You can send a text.
I'll send you out the application.
Send you the application and plug your headset in and let's go. Let's get started and get right at it and get some money. Ron, is there anything in closing that you would like to say to our listening audience?
Just thank you for listening. Thank you, Jeff, so much for this opportunity. I haven't seen you in a while, and it's so good to see you. It's like a full circle moment. Known you since I was 18 years old.
Like what? That was like 5 years ago,
a couple
right?
Years ago, and just to see from what you were doing then to your ministry table at Rainbow,
mm-hmm.
to here, and you're still ministering to the people. I know they're in good hands, and I know they've been blessed by you. So I just want to continue to guide you, encourage you to continue to listen to him because he is wise. I thank him so much for this opportunity, and I just want you guys to know that if you are looking for some type of work, part-time that you can do, real easy, these are good customer service jobs, I call them. You're talking to people who are going on travels or going traveling, who are just doing normal things that you can kind of get extra money. Just come on.
Well, thank you for the kind words, Ramona, and that check will be in the mail to you. And I'll pay you for what I told you to say about me on it. No, I'm just teasing. Thank you so much. We've known each other for a while. So as we close, each week we close with our hero and zero of the week. But before I do so, I just want to express our condolences